It's your fault. Your fault. Your fault. Your fault. Your fault. Definitely your fault. Most of it is your fault. Your fault. All right? Y'all are the reason why these NBA players, they form super teams. Y'all are the reason. Y'all are. Like, I would blame the national media. They have a lot of fault in this, but y'all don't have to listen to them all the time, right? You know, most of the time they say stuff for ratings and clickbait and all that stuff. I'm guilty of it sometimes. But it's entertainment. You have to be able to separate entertainment from truth. The truth. All right? And I'm not just talking about Paul Pierce when I say truth. The truth. The truth. Okay? You have to be able to separate the two. All right? Like, it's okay to entertain other thoughts without believing them. Okay? So what I'm saying is that the reason these players here, the reason why they're forming super teams is not because of out of fear of LeBron James. No matter what Shannon Sharp says, and I'm a big fan of Shannon Sharp, that's not it. No matter what Stephen A. Smith says, that's not it. All right. And LeBron James did not start the super teams. No matter what Skip Bayless says, and I am a huge fan of Skip Bayless, no matter what he says on that is not the truth, okay? All right? Uncle Tavares is about to tell you. Check this out. All right. The reason why these players are forming super teams is because y'all continue to make fun of Charles Barkley, Karl Malone, John Stockton, Dominique Wilkins, who else? Russell Westbrook, Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, Patrick Ewing. Oh God, Patrick Ewing. All right. And a whole list of other Hall of Fame players or players that's going to be in the Hall of Fame one day. Y'all make fun of them because they did not win a championship. It doesn't matter that they even went to a championship. It doesn't matter that they gave their all to a city, to a team. You know, people forget individuals do not win championships. Teams do. Okay? And it's not just the players. You got to have the players, but the coaches play a big role. The general managers play a big role. The trainers, the owners play a big role because it's their team. They make the decisions, or they delegate who they want to make the decisions, and they can intervene whenever they want to. You know why? Because it's their team. All right? Y'all going to blame Charles Barkley for not getting the 76ers a championship. Y'all going to blame Charles Barkley for not getting the Phoenix Suns a championship. Y'all going to blame Stockton and Malone for not getting the Utah Jazz a championship. Even though I am very, very glad the Utah Jazz did not win a championship with them, because guess what? They cheated for them every time they played against my Houston Rockets. Even at the home games for the Rockets, they cheated for the Utah Jazz. But guess what? We still beat them twice, 2 years in a row, to go on and win the championship back to back. 94-95, Clutch City. Yeah, I'm still holding feelings on that. Yeah, it's okay. I know you're not supposed to have grudges. You're not, but it's okay to have a healthy grudge. It's okay. It's just a little healthy grudge. All right. So, sorry, Utah, but and Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert, they're not going to bring you a championship neither. So if Malone and Stockton could not bring you a championship, those two are not going to bring you one. Spider can ball, but Rudy Gobert is not on the level of Stockton or Malone. So no, y'all are not going to get a championship. All right. Got no problem with the NCAA team, Utah team, but the Utah Jazz. But anyways, good. Anyways. It's y'all fault, man, because like every time Charles Barkley, every time, somebody want to hit Charles Barkley with something, they say, oh, you don't have a championship. But see, here's the thing. Charles Barkley knows how to handle himself. I don't think it really fazed him as much. But it's other players, like Karl Malone was a beast, y'all. Stockton was a beast. Dominique Wilkins. Listen, the man's nickname is the Human Highlight Film. The Human Highlight Film. Most nicknames are short. Air Jordan, Magic Johnson, Sir Charles Barkley. Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon. Okay? Kobe Bryant, the Mamba. No, his nickname was the Human Highlight Film. You couldn't just say film. You could not just say highlight. You could not say highlight film. It's the Human Highlight Film. The Human Highlight Film. Which film? No, the Human Highlight Film. That's him, Dominique Wilkins. He didn't win a championship. So you mean to tell me that he's a scrub because he did not win a championship? You mean to tell me he doesn't deserve to be talked about next to Larry Bird and all those other legends because he didn't win a championship? Here's the thing. He did not win him not winning a championship, it wasn't his fault. What if I told you? Well, it's not, no, what if I'm going to tell you? I'm going to tell you. In the 1993-94 season, the Atlanta Hawks had the #1 record in the Eastern Conference. You had a team of Dominique Wilkins, Stacey Ogman, Mookie Blaylock. All right. And what do? Trade deadline, they trade him to the Clippers. The Atlanta Hawks general management ownership, they wanted to make sure he wasn't going to win a championship. They traded him to the Clippers. They didn't even trade him to a contender. That's why players have trade clauses. They traded him to basketball hell at that time, the LA Clippers. So he went from a #1 team to a dead last team. Okay? All in 1 year. And he was the star player for Danny Manning. I like Danny Manning, but Danny Manning is not the Human Highlight Film. Right? You're going to tell me Allen Iverson doesn't belong at the table with Kobe Bryant, Clyde Drexler, Michael Jordan, and all them? You're going to tell me that he doesn't belong at that table? AI, are you serious? Do you not realize what AI has done to the game of basketball? Game changer. He doesn't belong at the table with Steph Curry? What if I told you Steph Curry said, hey, a lot of his game, hey, you know, he tried to be like Allen Iverson. So maybe if it wasn't no Allen Iverson, it probably wouldn't be a Steph Curry. But what I'm saying is this. The Philadelphia 76ers did not win a championship because of Allen Iverson. It wasn't his fault. He did everything that a human being possibly could do. So come on, people. But anyways, all of this is not out of fear of LeBron on why they're forming super teams, why KD, James Harden, Kyrie are playing. No. James Harden trying to get his ring. He's trying to get his ring. Okay? James Harden's trying to get his ring. So that way you're not dissing him and his legacy like you do Barkley and Malone and the Human Highlight Film and others and Allen Iverson. Okay? Listen, a lot of these media people, they say stuff for clickbait. It's okay to click on it, but you don't have to believe everything you see, read, or hear. You don't have to believe it. Think. It's your job. The person who wins Employee of the Year, is that person always the best employee? No. Just because you never won Employee of the Year, does that mean you suck? Does that mean you're not great? No. So check this out. If you do not like super teams, if you despise super teams and have a big problem with it, how about you stop down talking Hall of Fame players who did not win a championship? Now, if you want to continue to down talk them, fine. But guess what? Players are going to continue to form super teams. Okay? You can't have it both ways. You can't. You just can't always get what you want. But if you try sometime, you might get what you deserve. I know you might get what you need. Anyways, tell me what you think. Do you think that it's the fans and the national media's fault with the pressure with the insults that they put on Charles Barkley and other legendary players who haven't won championships? Do you think that's the reason why we have all these super teams? Comment below if you agree. If you disagree, tell me why you disagree. Comment below. And guess what? Hit that subscribe button and the like button. All right? Student of the game.